Judge, whatever future court dates you would suggest are appropriate for the state, however you want to manage your docket. Another question I had.
One other thing for the record, Judge.
Yes.
We have received a copy of the state's notice of intent to seek the death penalty. Our client, I have a copy in my hands. Our client has been made aware of this morning, and that should satisfy any requirements at this point on that matter.
All right. The correct record was filed. And you're asking for approximately 180 days out. Do defense counsels on the parents wish to come forward and state their appearance for the record?
Yes, Your Honor. Ralph
Good morning,
Fernandez.
gentlemen.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Nice to be back in Tampa.
Thank you.
Ralph Fernandez on behalf of Howell Donaldson.
A.J. Alvarez on behalf of Howell Donaldson.
Hector Guzman on behalf of Rosina Donaldson.
Good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Just so that you know, the court denied the motion to sever the case, but granted the public defender's request to have your cases heard separately on separate days if you wish to have them heard so. Okay? So that's where we are at this point. The public defender has, on behalf of Mr. Donaldson, set their matters out for 6 months. I think we'll talk about when we will set yours after we make that decision. All right?
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay. Obviously, we haven't set any court dates out that far, but I was going to ask you all on the regular trial calendar. June 18th is the trial week in this division in the month, and the previous Tuesday, which would be June the 12th, would be our pre-trial date. Would that date work for defense counsel?
Yes, sir.
All right, then we'll set the matter for disposition for June the 12th at 9 o'clock. Obviously, if either party has any motions or any other matters they need to bring before the court before that time, obviously file it and we'll proceed accordingly. All right?
Thank you, Your Honor.
As to the homicide cases, is there anything else?
No, Your Honor.
No, sir.
Thank you. All right. Is there any, regarding the contempt matters, the civil contempt matter in front of Judge Taylor that is now in front of this court, how much time does the state defense believe they'll need for the contempt hearing? Is there any possibility this matter will be resolved before then?
Your Honor, we look forward to continuing our engagement with defense counsel to seek resolution of this matter. Before that,
would you like one more dispo date before I set it for a hearing, or would you like to be set for a hearing?
Your Honor, I would suggest you set it for a hearing perhaps a few weeks out, which will give us sufficient time to determine whether or not resolution short of the hearing can be had.
All right. Fernandez, Mr. Alvarez, you agreeable with that?
Yes, Your Honor, I do.
All right. How much time, for the hearing would you need?
I don't know how much they'll need.
Okay, well, I'll ask them how much will they need?
Judge, our position as articulated in the most recent motion we filed
Yes.
sets forth our position and our arguments. So with that in mind, I would think the state would need only 15 to 20 minutes to further articulate our reasons for requesting the contempt order. But we would, of course, contemplate some needed time for rebuttal of Mr. Fernandez and Mr. Guzman's arguments.
All right. Gentlemen, how much time do you anticipate you will need?
You know, these things tend to get complicated at times, and so I still think it's a matter of under 2 hours.
All right. So you believe that you will need 2 hours to present argument and anything else you want the court to consider?
Well, I think it may be maybe 10 or 15 minutes on their side and maybe an hour on my side if we get that far. And again, there are multiple motions to be set that day. I received the memorandum as soon as I got off the plane. I reviewed it. It's an interesting...
Well, let me address that, all right?
Mm-hmm.
What I would normally do is set it for a hearing, whatever amount of time out you'll need to get prepared, and then whatever motions in response for those, I would give you a date certain by which to have them filed so the court can review them before the hearing, all right? So...
And again, I'm not complaining. It's fine. I digested it already,
okay.
And I appreciate the fact that there's a case that supposedly is the closest on point. I'm glad that it was cited because it involves a mafia girlfriend on a mafia gentleman. Has nothing to do with parents, and there was ample time, not 2 days, in which to get ready. So we'll sort all that out appropriately. And some of the stuff that, or the material, I hate to refer to it as stuff, may be resolved in another courtroom today, since some of the allegations that I make in defense of this position has to do with the conduct of an attorney and his thrice ignoring what we have done once.
You want on Friday? Would you like to have it on a Friday morning, like approximately 9 o'clock? Would that work for everybody?
Is that the motion for order to show cause?
Yes.
The actual
motion. I'm thinking that setting it off away from the normal docket where we have 80 or 100 cases every morning. If you'd like to have it heard like at this time in the morning, we can go ahead and do that.
That's fine, Your Honor. I misspoke. Is that the hearing on the actual order to show cause?
That's what I'm talking about setting now.
Yes, sir.
And then if you want a dispo date before that, or you want a date by which all motions and responses to be due, that's normally how I would proceed.
I'd like to request that you set the order to show cause hearing for approximately 2 weeks down the road.
2 weeks down the road. All right. I don't know if I got anything in 2 weeks. But
2 or
we'll
3
see here.
And again, Your Honor, I think they've expressed publicly that there was some urgency.
There what?
That there was some urgency to the issue.
Yeah.
I saw Mr. Warren's statement, and I understand that. Doesn't matter.
February 9th, the morning open?
Yeah, all Fridays are open.
Yeah, until that other one up with any 3850 or anything yet.
Correct.
How does Friday, February 9th at 9 o'clock for 2 hours work for all councils?
It's fine, Your Honor.
Does that work?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, we'll specially set it then. For Friday, February the 9th at 9 o'clock. Now, you wish to respond to what the state just filed in writing, or do you need to do so?
I really don't.
Okay.
I think I can use some of their case law to support my
So
position.
then I will just set dates by which anybody wishes to file a motion so the court would have an opportunity to review it. Let's see. How about, would it work that any additional motions that need to be filed by the state or defense will be filed by next Friday, February the 2nd, and any responses by February the 6th? Would that workable for the state and defense? Give me an adequate time to review the motions before the hearing.
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Now, of course, if you all get anything resolved in this matter, please notify my office so that we can take